Hello everyone, welcome to ProdEgyIAS. Today we will talk about modernity and social change in Europe. Let's travel back in time and understand how Europe's transformation laid the foundation of modern sociology, which we study today. The age of transformation, the big bang of social change. By the 18th century, Europe was at a turning point. Old feudal structures were weakening and new forces were shaping the society. The three revolutions which stand out as the pillars of modern social change were: first, the French Revolution, 1789. It was a powerful shift from monarchy and aristocracy towards democracy, citizenship, and rights. For the first time, the idea of people as sovereign shook the old order. There was a shift from church and monarchy to a world to a society of reason. Industrial Revolution, 18th and 19th century. The factories, machines, steam engines, and railways transformed the production, and urbanized populations came into being. It created entirely new classes of people, the workers and the industrialists. Commercial Revolution, 15th to 18th century. Expansion of global trade, colonization, and sea routes brought immense wealth to Europe, and it introduced new cultures, goods, and markets. So, all these three revolutions were not just events, they changed how humans understand society, power, and progress. Then came the Enlightenment, a new way of thinking. The Enlightenment era, 17th to 18th century, was Europe's intellectual revolution. For centuries, kings and monarchs, for centuries, kings and the church had shaped thought. The society was completely ruled by the church and the monarchy. But the Enlightenment thinkers boldly ask, why should tradition and authority decide everything? Can reason and science explain society as well as nature? Rationality over superstition. Instead of divine explanations, thinkers emphasized logic, evidence, and science with reason. So the rationality came above the superstition. The faith in progress. Belief grew that through reason, humanity could build a just and prosperous society. Then the birth of sociology's mindset. Thinkers like Montesquieu, Rousseau, and later Comte began asking questions about how societies function, why they change, and how order can be maintained. So, enlightenment was a shift from accepting the world as it is to imagining the reasonable world as it could be. The commercial revolution, global connections. Now we'll talk about the commercial revolution which happened in Europe and how it led to the global connections. Europe's transformation began even before the French and industrial revolutions through commerce and exploration. Before these two revolutions, limited trade through Italian city states like Venice and Genoa used to happen. Goods like silk and spices were rare and very costly. But after these revolutions, explorers like Vasco da Gama and Columbus opened sea routes to Asia, Africa, and the Americas. This brought not only gold, silver, and exotic goods but also colonies, plantations, and new markets. And what was the impact of this? Globalization began here. Nations like Portugal, Spain, Holland, and later Britain competed fiercely for dominance. This trade explosion created economic prosperity and new social classes which shaped the modern capitalism. Then came the concept of banking, capitalism, and the rise of a new middle class. The new wealth which was emerging from trade and industry changed the entire social structure of Europe. Banking innovations came, instruments like checks, bills of exchange, credit systems emerged to handle growing wealth. Rise of the middle class. Rise of the bourgeoisie. The new middle class, merchants, traders, and bankers became influential. Neither aristocrats nor peasants, but a totally new class with money and power. the capitalist enterprises. Joint stock companies like East India Company pioneered modern corporate structures and overseas expansion. For the first time in history, wealth wasn't only about land and nobility. In fact, it could be created through trade, finance, and industry. So we wonder, why does this matter for sociology? Actually, these revolutions didn't just change the politics or economics, they transformed the social life itself. The old feudal hierarchies were collapsed, new roles, new classes, and new institutions emerged. Religion and tradition gave way to science, rationality, and modern governance. Most importantly, these changes forced thinkers to study society systematically with reason, which directly led to the birth of sociology. Auguste Comte, Karl Marx, Max Weber, and Emile Durkheim all lived in the shadow of these changes and tried to make sense of them. So, without modernity, there could be no sociology. I'll show you a quick recap of all these revolutions and all these concepts through this table. You can have a closer look and can revise the entire concept of modernity and social change. So, modernity in Europe was not a single event but a chain reaction of revolutions, intellectual, political, economic, and social. Together, they reshaped society and gave birth to the discipline of sociology.